Hello everybody. So the point of these videos are to go ahead and take what we've been doing with our first couple weeks of Unity and kind of re-go over everything that we did, the steps that got us here, and to give everybody a reference to be able to catch up or just review what we've done. So what we're going to start with is everyone's going to, if you're coming from your own project, things might be a little bit different, but basically what we're going to have in the example is you can fly around and pressing spacebar fires from the ship. Now, so for this first video, all we're going to do is a little cleanup, just remind everybody about the sprite editor and fix the bullet prefab. So, first things first. While you're playing the game, you're going to notice that the bullet fires ever so slightly to the right of center. Now if you go to your sprites folder, you look at the laser bolts. If you go into the sprite editor, you're going to see here, let's expand this, all the sprites, their center point is not the center of the image. So what we're going to do is we're going to adjust the sprites. We're just selecting them, grabbing the corner handlebar and adjusting. And you're going to want to grab the corner handlebar, whichever one makes the most sense. Okay. Whether it's the bottom right, bottom left, so on and so forth. Okay. Now you can go ahead and, depending on what you want the center point to be, exactly, you may change this further, but I'm just going ahead and adjusting these slightly so that they're all within more the center of the sprite as opposed to being up in the top left or top right. And once you're done with that, you can go ahead and up here click apply. And now the sprites are more centered. Now this should automatically be applied to any usage of the sprites. So if I fire the sprite now, it should come from the dead center of the ship. And there we go. Much better. Something else to note, if you go to your prefabs and you choose the bullet, for most of you, the order in layer for the sprite render will probably say 0, which means it's going to draw on the same layer level, or the same order in the layer as the ship. And it may be drawing your sprite on top or behind your ship. This will just vary depending on the order in which you added things to the scene. What I recommend is, again, on the bullet prefab, you just make sure that the order layer is set to -1. This will ensure that the bullet is drawn before the ship. So it'll always put the bullet underneath the ship when firing it. And that's all we're going to do for this first video. In the next video, we're going to go over from start to finish, adding in enemy, creating enemy prefabs, an enemy manager to go ahead and automatically generate enemies, get our enemies to fire back at the ship